I was American born, and I'll die in American.
Welcome to our group. Welcome to Defenders 7.
Defenders 7 has and this ought to show it right here.
Do you or someone you know suffer from depression? If so, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday night broadcast with your hosts, Colonel Kimberly PURVIS, Lieutenant General Christopher Weathers, and myself, co-host and General of the Defenders VII, Bobby Ormsby. And before we get on with the show, I need to read our disclaimer here. The views and opinions expressed on the Defenders VII radio show and Facebook page are those of the callers and or authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Defenders VII. Now, with that all out of the way, welcome. We have a good show, as usual, and we would love for anybody to call in with your opinions. Everybody's got one, and it's surely welcome here. If you're new just tuning into us, we have a website. If you type in all lowercase letters, www.defenders, Roman numeral V as in Victor, 2 small i's.com. On our website, you will find that we have a store and a donate button. All 100% proceeds from sales from our store and any donations go back to our communities throughout all 50 states in a time of need. So please, by all means, purchase something from our store. Click every little bit helps. So please help us to help you and our communities. Now, we can be reached on our national Facebook page by typing in the search box, all capital letters, Defenders 7. That's Defenders, Roman numeral V as in Victor, with 2 large I's. Before you click on that join button, we expect all of our members and our future members to participate in all that we do throughout the Defender 7. Now, if you get in and you feel it's not for you, you can always leave. There'll be no hard feelings. And also, we can be reached on MeWe by clicking on organizations, scrolling down to Defenders 7 Humanitarian American Patriot Group. Now, for tonight's show and all the shows we do here on Blog Talk, again, we like the participation. All you have to do is call area code 914-205-5773. Again, that number to call, area code 914-205-5773. 7-3. Now, Defender 7, along with We Can Bring You Hope, missing case that I've been announcing. So anybody from Spotsylvania, Virginia, if you know something, please speak up and say something. Check out We Can Bring You Hope, which is for Facebook is WCBYH. Click on there and scroll down to Caitlin Atkins. Help share her flyers. Let's get the word out there. We're trying to bring closure to this family. And again, if you know something or think you may know something, reach out to one of us here in the Defenders or go to We Can Bring You Hope's Facebook page. Or if you want to do it anonymously, email to wecanbringyouhope.org. There's an email in there, and we can use all the help we can get. And it doesn't matter if you're from Spotsylvania or if you know the case. We're just trying to help this family get some closure. So I would like to thank you in advance for listening. And I will now be bringing in our Colonel, Kimberly PURVIS, our Lieutenant General, Christopher Weathers, and also we have our Captain from Wisconsin, Lorna Munson.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hi, Wisconsin. Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing
Worn out.
That's about it.
Going
out.
All I can say is thank God it's 7 o'clock and I'm off work.
You're always off work, though.
Yeah, till 7 a.m.
You just show up.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Like
Must
Lorna.
be nice.
Right. Hey, man, don't be a hater, man. Don't be
No,
a hater.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
But see, me and Bobby get paid to not work and to stay at home. So you actually have to just go somewhere to show up
Kim?
and get paid.
Hey, Kim.
What?
Shut the hell up. Nobody asked you.
Yeah, Kim, and they pay our salary.
Hey, Bobby.
I know. I'm being a smart ass.
So am I, because they pay our salary.
Hey,
Well,
who's
in theory,
boss?
Weathers doesn't, but, you know.
How do you figure?
Because you don't work.
Taxes.
Yeah, but you
I'm
don't
at
work.
my freaking job 12 hours a day, damn it. I'm getting paid, right? And I pay my taxes.
Uh-huh. Show proof.
That's easy.
We
That's
wanna
on my
see your-
paycheck stuff.
We want to see your tax papers.
Yeah, like Trump, right?
I do have something to say before you really get started. I don't know if anybody watched I didn't watch it. I just saw clips of it. The joke, the fake president speaking to Congress. I have just one thing to say. And we know the FBI or somebody's listening because they're always listening. Just for reference, we the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. We the people are the American citizens, not the government, not Congress, not Senate. So Corn Pop needs to learn his place because they are not we the people. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I mean, did you see Ted Cruz?
No, I
he
haven't.
Went off.
I haven't seen really nothing other than FBI went in and raided Giuliani's house.
You know why?
Because the UK, they thought Trump was interfering with the UK.
He's got Hunter Biden's laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. I snort Parmesan cheese or I smoke it.
Well,
but
nothing's going to happen.
What, from them taking his laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Most of them are paid off, too.
I don't know much about the whatever shooting that went on in North Carolina with that guy, but the two deputies that were involved in that shooting were ambushed, and both of them were shot and killed yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. They released his name. Sergeant Scott Ward was one of the officers involved, and there was a standoff. He died at the scene. Chris Ward died at the scene. And then, my bad. Logan Fox died at the scene, and Chris Ward, my bad, not Scott Ward, Chris Ward died after being flown to a Tennessee medical center for treatment. And apparently they got a call to go out to the house, and because he didn't show up for work, they were doing a health and welfare check.
Yeah.
And they showed up, and the guy shot and killed both of them. So I'm sorry, but this has to do with retaliation for the killing of whoever that person was. I didn't hear anything about it. So, did you guys hear about
something about it? But I didn't know who the guy was or what race or anything like that.
I'm trying to find.
He opted himself. He killed himself. He killed himself after he killed the cops.
Oh,
he
well,
took
good.
the easy way out.
Yeah.
So, over 1,000 people have been shot and killed between from George Floyd's death to Chauvin's court date. 1,000 people, not cop killers. I mean, not people that the cops have killed, but 1,000 people have been shot and killed, and it's all the police department's fault, right?
Well, that's what all the liberals are saying.
Oh yeah.
It's another way to take our Second Amendment rights away. That's what it boils down to.
Oh, and that's the other thing about his address to Congress, like last night or whatever. And it's true because I can't remember which senator or who congressman brought it up. When you have a mass shooting, it's, we got to take, the ARs and all this other crap. And then when there's no gun violence, no, keep your guns. But I guess whatever he did last night, it was an absolute. I mean, he insulted the Border Patrol. They're I guess he's probably gonna sign an executive order to abolish ICE. Yeah.
Well,
that's what
it's time for good citizens to make a stand. That's what it boils down to.
Arizona's already called out their National Guard.
Huh?
Arizona's already called their National Guard, and Texas did too. So their National Guard is actually helping Border Patrol right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not holding anybody. They're letting them go.
Yeah.
I mean.
And, but it's. And so. Oh, and here's another bit of mentally retardation with people. So apparently, this woman had a 90-minute rant on Facebook. Why her saying "fuck the police," we don't need you, and blah blah blah. Well, she was drunk. She was lit, drinking tequila. She had two glasses of wine, and then she had another bottle of something else. Well, they showed that I saw it, and then I found it on here on the internet. That's all she did was bash the police department. Well, she picked up her child, drunk, driving, mind you. Picked up her kid, dropped her kid off, and then let's see, she's 32. She faces she blew twice the alcohol limit. Yeah, she was 0.15, and it's 0.08.
Nice.
Here's what she did. There was a cop directing traffic, and this is in New York City. He was directing traffic, and she was driving so fast, she ran into him, and he flew 150 feet, and he died.
Holy shit!
And then you know what she did? She cried. Well, I didn't mean to kill him. You fucking ran into him.
Oh, my God.
So she faces multiple felonies, 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter, reckless endangerment, fleeing an officer in a motor vehicle, leaving an accident resulting in death, aggravated unlicensed operator, and aggravated unlicensed operator involving alcohol. Her license was suspended, and she was also charged with driving while intoxicated with reckless driving. So, and what I heard was, because she lives in New York, they're not going to do a damn thing about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she took her 13-year-old son to Hempstead.
I got a question, because this shit gets to me. I mean, it's an everyday occurrence on what's going on. Does anybody have any freaking good news to report across the United States? Anybody? Please. I'm tired of hearing all this bullshit and not a goddamn thing is getting done about it. Our police are in jeopardy. Our military's in jeopardy. The United States is in jeopardy. We are losing everything if people don't stand up. Bottom line.
True.
I'm tired of hearing it. Can we please post something good? Say anything good that's going on.
Okay, hold on.
The good news is it's camping weather. camping and fishing, and spring turkey, and mushroom season.
Let's see. I'm trying to. Oh,
I had mushrooms talking to me. I had turkeys. I had turkeys talking to me last night. There's some good news.
Oh my God!
The
Did
good
they
news.
say gobble gobble or hey Lorna, how you doing? Gobble gobble.
Maybe a little bit of both.
All right, how much did you drink?
Hey,
Nothing. Not a drop.
and talking about thingy.
Yeah, they're telling me all about the thingy.
Oh my God. Oh, I tell you.
Hold on a second. I'm looking. So the good news is, in Arizona, they're waiting for the final count, but they found over 250,000 fraudulent ballots. And now they're going to Michigan. Georgia's already doing an audit. They've already found over 25,000. Now they're going to Michigan. Where this is going to go, we have no clue. I have none. The Secretary of State for Arizona is pissed because she's saying this audit is undermining the election.
Because it was a fraudulent election.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I know, because Rachel Maddox, is it Maddox? Meadow, whatever the hell her name is.
I don't know.
You know, the angry bitch guy on CNN or whatever?
No, because I don't watch CNN.
She even says it's dumb. Why? What are you? Oh, when that new judge, who's a Democrat, he said, nope, sorry, let him continue the audit. Because the Democrats thought that by getting this new judge that he would side with them, and he's not. He said, they got a point, and their point is being made. So the watermark thing, the water comment that Trump made last week or whatever, and
right.
What he said before right at the election, it was true. Every single ballot in the United States had a watermark on it. That was a legal ballot. They even showed it. I saw it on video. They were showing that. They think there's more security there than at Fort Knox right now.
Oh, I bet.
So, because of that, I guess what they're going to do is Biden will lose. I guess he will lose the presidency if they go to all 6 states and they were really Trump's. They've got to go. I mean, it's for the Constitution. That's treason. That's a coup against our government. Yep. So, just like what is that country over there that the military took over because of fraud in their election?
I don't.
Shit.
I'm not sure.
It starts with an M. That country. I don't know, but but yeah,
starts with an M.
What happened there? I mean, that's what it is. You know, and Maricopa County is the one where Trump was ahead over the couple 100,000, and then that's why Maricopa County was audited, and they ended up doing the whole state, and that's when they found it, and they said that it may also be. I don't know how it is. California's pushing for it, but a lot of the people in California are pushing to have California audited as well. So
well,
and,
you know, and that is pretty funny because, you know, we do have members in the Defenders VII group. We do have members in California, and I find it very interesting on other groups, patriot groups that I'm in, that how many, actually thousands of Californians are patriots who voted for Trump that are sick and tired of how their state is being ran. So I think there was fraudulent election there too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we all know that this entire presidency, the presidential election, was a fraudulent election. You have to be out of your you have to have your head up your ass not to see it. I mean, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I know I stayed up all night watching everything, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
They were dumping ballots left and right. But they closed down the polls, or closed down the count.
Yeah.
Sorry. When has that ever in United States history has that ever happened?
Oh, I know. They said that, I don't know if it was Pennsylvania or Georgia. I can't remember which state it was. They found 25,000 votes for Biden for people that died, who have been dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
177,000 voters in Michigan were still enrolled, and they don't even live there, and voted for Biden. Yeah.
Well, and how many people actually, with these mail-in ballots, how many people actually voted? I think it was double and triple times.
I don't know.
Because that was founded. Right. That was founded.
But see, and everyone's like, well, what's the big deal? Why are you counting them now? Why are you doing an audit now? I don't know, because remember what Biden said? Nothing is absolute. Guess what? So is treason, and that is absolute.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
The 25th Amendment, right there. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it or not, but so this is on April 10th, and this is just a preliminary report. There's over 66,000 unregistered ballots that were counted or casted, and they don't even live there.
Right.
That's as of April 10th. So we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know, And it's like, Jesus. And then that new voter ID law in Georgia. People are stupid.
Well, we knew that.
Stupid. Well, no. What I'm saying is, they said it's racist for people to have an ID to cast a ballot. For one thing, in order to get welfare, you got to have a state ID. To drive, you have to have a state ID. A bank account, you have to have an ID. Everything you do in life, you have to have an ID. So to say it's racist to ask black people to get a voter ID is ridiculous. And you know who's saying it's racist? White people.
Democrats.
White sympathizers are the ones who are saying it. And I could not believe this. I saw this video on not Jesse Waters, but someone who does that. He goes around. Every single one of them said, well, black people aren't smart enough to go get a voter ID. They don't know where to go and get one. I mean, I'm like, Jesus. And you know how old these kids were? Under 25.
Well, if they're not smart enough to go get one, then they don't need to vote, period.
Exactly. But what's so sad is that people that are under 25 voice their invalid opinions about anyone over 40 and says, would you just hurry up and die and get it over with so we can take over? I'm like, seriously? You don't even know. You can't work an 8-hour shift. You can't get up before 8 a.m. You can't do a job interview. You don't know how to speak. You can't write in cursive. I mean, I saw this one kid who could not even use a can opener.
They can't tie their own shoes.
And they can't function without mommy or daddy. So tell me, how are you going to tell people over 40 to go ahead and die and get it over with? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I try to see any other interesting stories on the. Oh, Biden has a $4 trillion infrastructure plan. Who's paying for it?
Taxpayers.
Well, here's the thing. You know what it's to do? Redistribute the wealth in America. Welcome Agenda 21.
Yep.
That's exactly what he's doing.
And I can't fathom how nobody's seeing this.
Because you know why? Because they get unemployment checks, and they're getting these stimulus checks. And if they abolish the police, they want to get rid of ICE. They're open borders. They think this shit is good for this country. People don't even want to go back to work. There's thousands of jobs and everywhere you look, but nobody wants to do it because they're making more money on unemployment. That's right. The problem. And now, and that Green New Deal bullshit thing about getting rid of cows because they fart too much and their greenhouse gas. And then Bill Gates buying up, I can't remember the last time how much we checked, how many acres of land he's got. I thought it was like over 100,000 acres or close to it when we did the show a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Now, everyone just for shits and giggles. It's not that bad of a movie, but go watch Soylent Green. It was made in the 70s, okay? But if you could get past the bad gun fights between the cops and it was based out of 2022. And there's 40 million people that live in New York. Okay. They separated everybody. Kind of like I'm trying to think of what movie it was where they had those big huge walls around the city.
You're echoing really bad.
Let me call back. Good Lord. I hate that. Hold on.
I think it's her other personalities piping up. Yeah, another thing that just happened too is Chicken Biden. He's giving grants back to the sanctuary cities.
Hey, you're echoing too, smartass.
Damn it!
See,
hold on.
Neither one of you are echoing to me.
No, I don't know. For some reason, we can always hear it. I don't know why. So,
am I still echoing?
I know. And guess what? Too bad. The movie was made in 1973, okay? And the whole thing about it is it was the year is 2022. New York City has become overpopulated with 40 million people. The pollution has caused the temperature to have risen, and all natural resources have been destroyed. Okay, so but the whole gist of the movie is you're not allowed to leave New York City. This is where it took place. You're not allowed to leave the city. All farmland is super guarded, and you can't go out in the country. The oceans, they have kelp farms. They've all dried up, right? The ocean died. And the whole gist of the movie is their riot control. They call them the scoops. What it is a bulldozer, and they line them up with all of the people that's there, and they scoop them up. And what they do is they throw them in the back, and it's actually a trash truck that's open on the top. If you know talk about how the tops are open on those trash trucks, that's what they do with the people. Here's the thing. The people becomes food for everybody else. And nobody knows. Nobody knows. They and I think they never mention it really about the farmland. And if you think about it, you're not allowed to grow your own food or anything in this movie. What's happening right now, especially in Oregon and some other states, you're not allowed to grow your own food. In Oregon, I can't think of what the charge is. You can't grow your own food. You can't have livestock, nothing. I mean, it's so eerie how a lot of these movies are coming out. That they're just finding them everywhere. I mean, granted, yeah, you could find a link between something if you look hard enough, but it's kind of odd, if you ask me, about it.
So I just seen something on here on Facebook from the group called Protect Your Vote USA. It says California identifies 20% of signatures not matching in Newscom recall petitions, yet magically more than 99% of signatures matched during November election and mail-in ballots.
Well, they do have enough to get rid of Newscom. They finally got enough. They had enough, and then they had 2 million people that signed. And then they said, no, they got a match.
Well, what they're saying is about the election in November, about 99% of them all matched, which we know that is not true.
Oh, yeah. And that's funny how they don't match. And, they do. And it's ridiculous. But it's like on all social media platforms that I've gone on, and noticed, people are so blind to the truth. And this is the point that I've got to. If I see something on the news, and I've said, like on TikTok, right? Someone shows something political. Either side, it don't matter. I'm going to go look it up for myself and research to make sure that's true. Sometimes it's been wrong, and I'll say, hey, look, that's wrong. And they could do whatever that they want to do with it. I really don't care. But it's got to the point where if you find the absolute truth to an article or any information, show it to them, they will tell you that it's a lie. Oh, let me guess, you got that from Fox News or OAN or Newsmax. It's like Newsmax is not biased towards just conservatives. They do have the occasional libtard, and I have to turn it off because I can't stand hearing them talk. My IQ drops like 20 points just listening to them. I can't do it, especially hear Biden Pelosi or Camel Toe. I can't stand it. I become borderline, my IQ drops to like 80. So, you guys don't have anything?
So what I seen today on the Shaban case is they said no matter what the verdict was, there are still a couple officers going to arrest him anyway, whether it was a guilty or non-guilty verdict.
They were going to do what?
He wasn't leaving the courthouse, period. He was going to be under arrest no matter what the situation was, whether he was guilty or not guilty.
Why?
Who?
I don't know.
Derek Chauvin.
Oh.
I don't know, but that's what was said tonight on the news.
Yeah, you know what? No matter what happens with him, yes, he deserves at least manslaughter or negligent homicide or whatever the lowest one is. Yeah, he should get that, without a doubt. But here's the thing. How did he get first degree, second degree, third degree murder for one person?
I didn't understand that myself.
I mean, everybody knows. I know he's appealing. It. And a bunch of attorneys, even what's his face, Alan Dershowitz, even said as soon as he appeals it, it should be declared a mistrial right away because of what happened.
With all of them, what's her face from California? With
MaxiPad?
All the shit, with all the shit that she was saying about that trial, it should be a mistrial.
Yeah, it should be.
Automatically.
Pelosi said he should, we thank him for his sacrifice. You know, that's why I said either he's not dead, he got $27 million for supposedly for his family. I call bullshit. He ain't dead. He got $27 million before the trial, and his happy ass disappears for a while to not be found. Because why would she say that? Who did they say that? That the kid who got killed, Brown. Did they say that about him? Thank you for your sacrifice. How about any other black kid or person who got killed? No. It's to further divide the country. And people are buying into it.
Yep.
And that Micaiah Bryant, they've already found so many lies about that whole situation. The two girls that supposedly showed up to kick her ass, no, it's a lie. They went there to plan a surprise party for their foster mother. Those girls lived in that home and foster children. Okay. Kaya's foster mom was gone to work or whatever it was. The three girls got into a fight about an unmade bed. That's how the whole fight started. Okay. They all ended up outside. Somebody called 911. They don't know who. They have no clue who called. And
well, they said the neighbor across the street, catty corner from the house, is the one who called 911.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't.
And because I watched, he actually videotaped the entire thing. That cop was in the right. He had a split second, and the choice had to be made. It was either he was going to get stabbed or the girl in the pink was going to get stabbed. And that's when he shot the girl with the knife going after the lady in pink. Otherwise, there could have been 2 dead people.
See, that's the
Not
whole
just
thing.
the one.
You're
She
crackling.
went inside. She went inside and brought the knife out. If your life was in danger, why didn't you stay inside and lock the door?
Exactly.
See, that's what, and that's where it all goes down. But the foster father kicks one of the girls in the back of the head.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that too.
Why is nobody upset about that? So everyone, and especially LeBron James, I don't know if you guys have noticed, oh my God.
LeBron James
is
a freaking moron. He deserves to be kicked out of the United States, kicked out of the NBA, and all his assets need to be seized. Simple as that. He's a complete jack-off.
Ohio has already said they will not allow him into their state to play a basketball game. He's not allowed to play.
Good. I hope more states step up to that.
Oh, yeah. So cops are making these videos and stuff, and they're like at a pretend stop, right? And they're like, oh, hold on 1 second. I got to call my boss. And it's LeBron. And she's like, oh, my God, where the hell is he? He's never around to meet him. And they're making these because they're saying, and then she says, LeBron, when you do your free throws, you got a bad stance. I think you might want to fix that. And then she said, well, no, she was kidding when she said it. She says, how ridiculous does that sound, me telling you how to do your job? Now, don't tell me how to do mine. I mean, people are like, well, why didn't he shoot her in the leg? Because she still could have stabbed the other girl. Shoot her in the hand.
Here's my whole thing. The NBA, the NFL,
MLB.
If they really want to talk shit, how about they put on a real goddamn helmet and go fight for our fucking country like we did?
Oh, I know.
If they had, they're making millions of freaking dollars a year. Multi-million. It's bullshit. If I wanted their opinion, I'd wipe it off my ass, off the toilet paper.
See, the other thing is for the people who say to the cops that they need to abolish the police. Why don't you get off your lazy ass, go down to the police academy, and you do it, and you fix the problem. It's not as easy as they think it is.
Oh, I know.
It's like what they say. Why didn't he shoot her hand? Really? Because her hand, he could have missed her hand and hit the other girl and killed her. Four cops were just shot at. Oh, another one in New York. It's at Prospect Lefferts Gardens neighborhood. Four cops got shot.
Well, the thing is, all our first responders have targets on their backs right now. The only way that they're going to get the protection they need is if us, law-abiding citizens, stand up and help our police. That is a father, a son, an aunt, an uncle. You know what I mean? It's bullshit that this shit is going down. I'll tell you right now, if I see one of our first responders in distress, you damn straight, I'm coming to help him.
Yep,
I am coming to help him.
If I see that, I'd stop it too.
Damn right.
Or do what I could to help at least.
I mean, you know, this is bullshit that this country is even remotely like this anymore. I mean, it is total bullshit. All because, and I'm going to say this right now, Democrats and Republicans need to all be hung, and we start all over. This is bullshit the way this country is going. Straight up. These congressmen are the ones putting the targets on their back, on these first responders' backs. They are not listening to we the people. Simple as that. I mean, the problem is we're losing our country, people, and I mean, we're losing it big time.
Well, I think after his speech and what they're planning, it's going to be gone by June, maybe July.
What?
The country. I mean, it's ridiculous.
How many people out here that in our audience that is listening, how many people, you know, I've heard this so many times. If you're a true patriot, then it's time to step up. Time to take action. You know, to hell with all this sitting around pussyfooting around. I mean, and the people that are getting this COVID shot, well, I hate to say this, but you're an idiot too.
They're all pretty much goners.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, I heard, well, don't you want to travel? Yeah, I got a car. I got a truck. I can travel anywhere I want. Well, that means you can't fly. I don't give a damn. These airlines let's shut them down. Stop buying tickets. I'm not wearing a freaking mask. I'm not getting a shot, but I am going to live my freaking life in a free country that I fought for. And so many others. Piss on this bullshit.
You know,
if everybody in this country would stand up to this bullshit, what do you think the government's going to do? They're scared. I'll tell you that right now. They're scared. And the more people we get together, the better off this country will be.
The movie Ants describes America right now.
Huh?
The movie Ants, the Disney cartoon Ants, the government is the grasshoppers. The people are the ants. And the grasshoppers, you know, they told the ants that they have to get all of their food for the fall and give half of it to the grasshoppers. Well, the one scene is, and it's so familiar, the grasshopper said, or his name was Grasshopper, he said, if the ants ever figure out that they are 10 times stronger than a grasshopper, our way of life is done. See, because ants can pick up 10 times their weight.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
That's the whole thing.
I did not watch that, I don't know, Ants or whatever the hell it is, but I never watched it. But I've known this for a long time. We, the people, need to stand up.
Oh, we do.
People are getting so old. Instead of do your own, we've said this on every radio show, do your own research. Do your own research on shit.
That was the point I was getting to. I'm done. I'm done sharing links. I'm done because you're too damn lazy to do it your own damn self. So I'm not doing it anymore. When I find it, I will give it to people who actually want to see it. But if someone wants to get into a pissing contest with me, I'm like, no, don't be a damn lazy Democrat. Go friggin' look it up yourself.
Exactly.
I'm not going to provide links anymore. I'm not going to do this. And so now I'm banned from Facebook again.
That's because you're a troublemaker.
Yep.
No, because this is what I said. I'm waiting for the FBI to show up at my door with this stupid comment. And I said, screw handcuffs. They should go. I said they should get for treason. They should be executed. And that's inciting violence.
Whatever. I agree with it though.
I didn't say I'm going to go and execute them for their treason. I didn't say the military should do it. I didn't say anybody should do it. I just said for treason, you get executed. Or for high treason, you get executed, is what I said. And so I messaged Facebook back, and I said, well, you know what? Apparently you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I said, fine, fuck it. I've got 30 days. And they banned all of my accounts, not just one. All my accounts are now tied together.
You're a troublemaker.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. You know what? They don't want to hear it. That's just tough shit. I mean, that's all there is to it.
I'm home now, so I'm going to eat and take me a shower. Sophie, get over here. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, brother.
I wanted to look something up real quick, and everybody seems to think that America has systemic racism. Okay. You know, if they actually took time to look up what systemic racism was, they might actually increase their IQ by a point or two. And let me get you the best definition. So it says policies and practices that exist throughout a whole society or organization and that result in and support a continued unfair advantage to some people and unfair or harmful treatment to others based on race. So I guess there is systemic racism in America towards white people because we don't get shit. There's no such thing as white privilege. And more people are saying there is black privilege. And I hate to be the one to say this and bust the bubble, but black people have BET, NAACP, United Negro College Fund, Brown College, Affirmative Action,
BLM,
Welfare, the BLM, Antifa,
Oprah.
Black History Month. Oh, yeah, and Oprah, Farrakhan, Malcolm X. I mean, come on, the list is on and on and on. What the hell's his name? The dipshit who went to, not Jesse Jackson, but the other idiot. It's black privilege. And no, I'm not racist to black people because, I'll tell you, there's a lot of good black people out there in this world. And there's a lot of good white people and Asians and Puerto Ricans and Hispanics and everybody has good people. There is that group of occasional. Can I just throat punch you because you're stupid? You know, it's astounding how much people I don't know. I just can't. It's amazing how stupid people are. And
I agree.
They laugh at us because we don't wear a mask. Oh, we're anti-maskers. No, I'm not an anti-masker. If I go to a hospital, yes, I'll wear one. I will wear one in a hospital. That's, by far I would. But not anywhere else. And I'll be damned if I'm wearing one outside or in my car.
Shit. Right.
And now, because people got the vaccine and they're told you still need to wear a mask. Well, fuck you very much, but why'd you make them get a vaccine? And you still got to wear a mask.
Because it don't work.
And here's the thing. That little video that, I don't know who shared it, from that doctor about the spike protein, that spike proteins are not natural to viruses and bacteria, that the spike protein was man-made, and they made a hybrid of the virus, and that's how it's spreading. And now kids are getting it miraculously because they're getting the vaccine. Something that I thought about, it's not going to be, because they're going to plant. They've already said it. There's a new strain of variant that's highly. It's 10 times more virulent than the one we already had. Right? It's stronger. It's going to kill more people. But here's the thing. I think it's going to be towards the people who were vaccinated. And that's why they want to push so many people getting it, if you know what I mean. You release it, and the ones that got COVID and recovered but didn't get vaccinated, okay, it's just another freaking whatever. But I honestly think it has to do with this vaccine. Once this vaccine is over and done with, and they give it out, they're going to release another one, another virus. And it's going to affect those people who got the vaccine. Too much shit doesn't make sense. The blood clots, my ex, from the experimental medication they gave him, now he's got, they don't know if he's got Parkinson's now. It's, I can't remember what the numbers were for the pregnant women who took the vaccine while they were pregnant. Out of 1,000 of them, it was a certain percentage of them had a spontaneous miscarriage. Some of their children were born with health problems and other things like that. I mean, it's
well, the big kicker on that too, to me, is they're claiming that any pregnant woman should not go around somebody that's had the vaccine.
No, it's anybody.
No. I'm talking about pregnant women.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why are they pushing a vaccine on pregnant women?
No, I'm saying they are saying that pregnant women should not go near anybody that has been vaccinated.
Oh, I know. And that's what I'm asking. If they say that, then why are they making pregnant women get vaccinated? Huh?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's all a farce.
I thought it was anybody shouldn't be going around anybody that's been vaccinated.
Yes,
not just pregnant women.
Well, but mainly pregnant women because they said it's doing something to the fetus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
Also,
so they can't make their lies up quick enough.
Oh no. And here's the thing: pregnant women can't take Motrin. You can take Tylenol. They're not allowed to take certain antibiotics or certain whatever. But you can push a freaking vaccine on them that can alter whatever and kill your child. And see, I think what the thing about that is, why they're pushing it, it's going to make these women sterile. That's what it is.
Right.
I'm not. That's my opinion.
Anybody with half a brain only research half the stuff that's going around. They'd realize what we already know.
Yeah. WHO has already said that pregnant women should not get the Moderna vaccine due to lack of data. No shit.
Well, nobody should get the vaccine. Period.
Yeah.
Except for Democrats.
It's just like all the ones that voted for this administration. They're realizing that's why they shut up on Facebook, because they know they done screwed up.
And the other thing is, since when do vaccines, except for your hepatitis vaccine, because those you have to get in 3 separate shots. I understand that. Since when does a flu vaccine have to get a booster? It was every year, and now it's every 6 months.
Right.
What the? Since when?
Because if the first 2 didn't kill you, the next one of the next ones will. I'm more inclined. I'm still thinking the thoughts in the back of my head about like we were talking about the 5G towers and what they made into the vaccine, and the fact that the mRNA, they say it doesn't mutate your DNA, but yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
More and more virologists are coming out and saying it, and they're saying not to get the damn vaccine. So here's the thing: when they activate all of those 5G towers, this is why I think this. That's why I think it has something to do with the vaccine. It's either going to kill them or control them. One of the two. And to depopulate the world.
I think it's going to half and half it.
Could be. You can't make it that obvious that 200 million people drop dead just at once.
Exactly.
But you know who it's going to be. It'll be the elderly in nursing homes, and poor people.
And then veterans.
Yeah. And I told them they could kiss my ass because I'm not getting it. I refuse to get the vaccine. And New Jersey governor said they got 1 million vaccines left to go, and they said that have not got the vaccine. They're tracking who's getting it. And they said, oh, no, we're going to go door to door and force you to take it.
Good luck with that.
Watch them on the news. See, here's the thing. When they come out, right out and say it on CBS, NBC, CNN, all these other stations, when they come out and say it directly, not a quote, you know it's true. It's not like, oh, my God, you watch Clinton News Network. No, but when you see a clip of them saying it, so anybody in New Jersey, you better move, not be home, or whatever, because they're going to force you. And people said they can't force you. Bullshit. And those are the idiots who believe in the government.
Exactly.
I'm like, how much Kool-Aid do you people drink? And it's so funny how they call Trump supporters cult members. Well, you know what? I'd rather be a cult member than someone who voted for a pedophile. I couldn't have that on my conscience. Sorry. I just couldn't do it. And people get mad when I say that. My dog is eating.
Again, that's only people that are one-minded, brainwashed with this freaking administration.
True.
That's the only people that go against us. Oh, you're all bad. Oh, you're the bad group. You're the bad people.
Oh, Trumpy.
Yeah, well,
you know, does it insult you to be called a Trumpy?
Oh, I don't need to cry and find my safe space.
But, I mean, does it, like, wow, that's like being called a cracker or a honky back in the day. I mean, like, please, is that the biggest insult you have?
Right. It's like being called a crybaby or something.
I mean, like, I know there are certain ones that I can start calling people, but there's a few that I have in my arsenal of I really don't give a shit what you think that would be like, people would just look at me and go, wow. Yes, I have gone that low to make someone cry because I had enough of their shit. And that's what I do. I save these couple for just when people totally piss me off and they don't shut up. And that's what I do because I make people cry on purpose. Oh, you guys got to take over here for a minute. I got someone delivering.
No,
stuff.
I don't want to.
Too bad.
No, I don't want
myself.
to.
Too bad.
Just do it.
Ready?
You're gonna do what to yourself?
So back on that grant for the Somali or the sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
Watch and see what happens. The sanctuary cities are going to be flooded.
Oh yeah, that's another no-brainer.
Yeah. Same with the border thing. What did they think was going to happen? Dumbasses.
That's what they wanted to happen because if you actually, I mean, like we've always said, and you know it yourself, you can't believe everything that's on, put on social media.
Right.
But their plan was to bring this all about so that eventually they're going to turn it around saying that it was Trump's fault.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just like everything else that's been happening is Trump's fault. I mean, just like everybody's saying, kids being raised the right way and all that. Well, hello. You people in government need to grow the fuck up.
Mhm.
Because you're the ones acting like kids.
Exactly.
And trying to control everybody. I mean, all this stuff right here, yes, I've had many conversations with many different walks of life of people. And let me tell you something. I've spoken to even elders. They've all said the same thing. Yeah, we've seen this coming. Yeah, government's been bad for a long time, but we never believed it would get as bad as it is right now.
Right.
Because there wasn't one and Republican refusing a socialism or any type of communism. And look, we're experiencing both.
Right.
It's not extreme, not yet. But if, and just like Weathers had said, if this continues on, it's going to get worse.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And people not stepping up and joining forces is just showing, that they're just waiting in the shadows to come out. Well, no. Now it's time to show yourself.
Right, exactly. I think people around here are starting to wake up. There's more and more and more people that are not wearing masks.
Right.
But they keep getting the damn shot. My neighbor got the shot, and this other friend of mine got one. And I asked her if her job made her get one because she said she got it right at her workplace, and she never answered me.
Yeah, well, that's what pisses me off about my own sister. She's going for her second one this Saturday.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. People like that, even family, you can't dissuade them not to.
No,
right.
you can't.
I know
that
my
could
kids
talk
won't
my mom
get
out of it.
I know my kids won't get it, and I know my brothers won't get it, but I'm not too sure about my father.
I don't think your dad will. I think your dad is at that age that knows better.
Yeah, well, we've gotten into it about the mask thing, too. He thinks that you should wear it, but I think now that Thad's attacked him, I think he's not so into it anymore.
Well, see, and that's the other thing, you know, I'm with Kim. The only place I will wear it is in a hospital. But now since I've been up in New Jersey this whole week, I have no choice. I don't want to see my sister and my brother-in-law get embarrassed with me saying I don't need to wear a fucking mask, having worn one.
Right.
So
I know. You know. And like I told my brother-in-law, I said, you know, you're lucky that I love you guys. I said, because I'd be maskless right now. Every motherfucker, every place we've been going, you don't want to serve me, that's fine. Kick me out. But I want you to try to kick me. I said, but I think of you guys. You know, I don't want to embarrass you. If you're that scared, because obviously you must be that scared because you went and done got the damn shot.
Did they see that video? Did you show them that video with where he's explaining it in football terms?
Lorna, I have showed them. I have shown them way before they actually started giving the vaccines of every video that I could find. I have showed them. I have told them this is all you need to do, and research it, Google it.
My mom, she will not believe. I showed her a video. My aunt got pissed off at me. Oh well, of Bill Gates saying what's in the vaccine, and it's like changing your DNA. So if you're a religious person, and after you get it, and your DNA changes, you won't want to be a Christian anymore.
Right. Well,
out of his own mouth.
You see, I kind of feel sorry for my brother-in-law, because my brother-in-law told me from day one he would never get it, but he's got to live with my sister. So what did he do? He went and got the one-time shot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, my nephew lives here with them. He's like, I'm 34 years old. There ain't no motherfucker putting a needle in my arm.
Yeah.
But see, again, you know, if that was the situation in my own household, I think we'd have a big problem.
Right.
And I told Stephanie and I told Savannah from the get-go. They come up with some damn vaccination, don't take it. If you take it, that's on you. Don't force me to take it.
Right.
Yeah. But see, my brother-in-law, like I said, they've been together for over 40 years, and I think he just complied to her because he doesn't want to hear her bitching.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, and it cracks me up because I've been here now exactly 1 week today, and they're close friends across the street from them. My sister works with the wife. They clean office buildings and all that. Her whole family went and got that shot. Guess who's got COVID?
From the
that
shot?
whole family. Yep.
Wow.
The whole family. And I looked at my sister and I said, "You're so worried about this, but yet you're still working with her?" I said, "You guys are not invincible from it just because you got a shot. It proves to you right there. That whole family got their shots, and every one of them wound up with COVID this past week." I said you're not protecting your family.
Supposedly, the new this new variant is supposed to be stronger, and if you've already had COVID the first time, it's supposed to be worse on you the second time. I'm like, what do you think?
But you of all people know to deal with that, Kim. That's another fear tactic. Because look at all the influences. The minute you get that flu shot, the minute that you take that shot, what happens? Oh, we found another strand that shot doesn't cover.
Oh, of course.
So
they've already said
the
that.
Next year,
they've already
so
said
the next
that
year,
it's not going to work.
Right. So the next year, they go and they make a vaccine for that flu that popped up the year before, and then, oh, geez, now we got another strand. It's happened every year.
See, if they had last year's vaccine available, I would take that one. Why? Because I got it and I did not get sick. Nothing happened. But I am not getting a vaccine for something they've only been working with for 8-9 months. It's just not going to happen.
The only time I got sick was when they gave me that shot, that flu shot, and it was now.
You probably had a live virus.
Well, they gave me and they gave my 2 daughters that shot, and my wife.
Yeah.
Guess who wound up with flu on Christmas Eve?
You?
All 4 of us.
Oh, yeah, because you see, here's the thing. There's 2 different types of vaccines. There's your live and your dead.
But that was well, guess what? That was the last time I had a flu shot, and guess what? I haven't been sick since.
I always ask if it's the live variant or the dead one.
I have never gotten the flu shot. I've never gotten the pneumonia shot, and I sure as hell ain't getting the COVID shot. Got my rabies shot, though.
Well, you need that because we don't need you going around biting people and infecting them.
And I'm never sick. And I don't eat fast food crap.
You're sick. It's just nothing we can catch from being around you.
You want to bet?
No, but I'm not saying I'm an anti-vaxxer. And that's what my family on this side and a lot of my friends in this town even told me the other night when I went out with them. They're like, oh, you got to abide. I said, I don't have to abide by fucking dick. I said, if you want to fall into deep, go right ahead, but don't think I am. But one of our friends, she's one of the natural, she's a doctor. She's a natural, she does the natural healing stuff.
An herbalist or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, something like that. But that's it. But she's actually a doctor, too. And a lot of our friends stepped away from her because of her postings about COVID-19. Because they're true factual postings, and she's been banned numerous times. I don't know how the hell she's getting out of these 30-day bans 2 days after they ban her. But
probably
she's obviously got. That's what I'm guessing. But she sat at the table and she turned 3 of the no-sayers around. And they were like, well, we grew up together. We went to school together. You're a doctor now. Yes.
See, I'm not an anti-vaxxer either, by far. I believe in vaccinating, your children and yourself and all of that, but not for some experimental vaccine that has not been proven yet.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
I'm not so sure because when one of the twins got their shot, and I don't remember exactly which one it was, she got like a severe reaction, and of course, her mama went ballistic on the nurse, asking her what was in the shot, and she says, "Well, it could be one of the fillers." So I think the newer vaccines, or the ones they're making now, are filled with more crap than what they used to be when we were kids, or when our kids were younger.
Right, and that's what this friend of mine has been. Everybody since day one, read the pamphlets before you subject your child to the nowadays vaccines. They are not what we got as kids. And she, and I even said to her, she knows I do it in a heartbeat, but I just to lighten the mood. I told her, I said, "You need a bodyguard," and she looked at me and she's like, "For what?" I said, "Because all scientists and any doctor that comes in not speaking their agenda wind up Clinton side it." And she started laughing. She's like, "Nah, it hasn't gotten that bad yet."
Not yet, but you never know.
Exactly, and that's what I told her. I said, you do know you got a bullseye on your back. I said, not necessarily saying that it's just going to be a Joe off the street that's for all vaccinations. I said, but, it could be somebody deeper in. Because they start out with threatening you first, and then they take action. Striking. But again, like I said, things we got as kids, I have no problem with it. But these newer ones, they're the ones that are messing with these kids, making them autism and whatnot.
The MMR.
Well, the girls will no longer get any vaccinations, period.
Hell, I even had my daughter's pediatrician tell me, don't let your daughter get the HPP or HVP, whatever that's called.
Oh, the HPV?
Yeah. Said keep her away from it. Now, see, I've trusted that doctor because he's been nothing but honest with me from day one. Tell us, make sure your girls get this shot. Stay away from that one right there. And he let us know. He's like, I don't even give it to my own kids. So obviously he knows what's up.
Yeah. Too bad there wasn't more doctors like that.
Right, because he's not in it for the money. He really does care about his patients. It's the ones that get the kickback from giving everything that they can to you.
Oh, yeah. Ashley Babbitt's family is going to sue Capitol Police for shooting her for no reason. Good. And let's see.
Wait a minute.
Broward County.
Was this?
Huh?
Was that the veteran?
Yeah.
Nah, they shouldn't be able to sue.
Why? She went.
For
if you
one,
look at
that
the
was
video.
For one, that was staged.
Even if it was staged, why'd they shoot her?
Number two, she was the first one through that glass.
I know, but it's the principle of the matter.
You got it. I don't give a damn. It's just the same. If she really died, she should not have a flag draped over her casket.
No, because what she did was against the military code of justice.
It's against your own constitution and your own oath you took.
A middle school in Broward County, one of the employees was arrested and charged with making bombs and mass shooting threats. He said he was going to go into the middle school and shoot it up.
Huh.
And they arrested him Tuesday. Morons. He's out on $40,000 bond.
And worried about these about pushing the COVID instead.
Do what?
They're all worried about pushing COVID instead of worrying about these nutsos out there.
Oh, I know. And it's all about how many...
Hey, you two continue. I got to take this call real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Damn, another kid was shot. Holy crap. A 14-year-old kid was shot in a park here. Oh, it's in our town. It was at... Oh, damn. That's at the park that I've been to. He got shot in the face.
Oh, wow.
6 teenagers, 4 boys and 2 girls, were in the park when the 14-year-old was struck by a round from a handgun. Oh, so one of those 6 kids shot him in the face.
Wow.
And this was at a big, huge park that I've been to. It's massive, and the zoo is on the north part of it, and then it's like 200 acres. It friggin' takes you forever to go through it. And
wow.
Yeah, it's sad. But you know what? They're not going to do shit about that kid. You know why? Because a child shot a child. Why does a teenage kid have a gun? And it all goes back to the Micaiah Bryant. The cop should have just let her kill her, and then he would have gotten. They would have said, "Oh, you're racist. You didn't care if she killed the other black kid." Jesus, that poor guy can't win for losing at all. The day before, huh?
Didn't they make some law about that? If a kid, minor, shoots somebody, kill him or not, where the parents are going to be held liable?
They're trying to do that.
Or was that just bullying? I know they were really pushing it for bullying.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The day before, in the same city, 2 13-year-old girls got into it, and 1 13-year-old stabbed the other girl and killed her. Not on the news. 15-year-old boy, 10 miles down the road from Micaiah's house, shot and killed another kid. Not in the news. You know why? Because it was a white cop who shot a black kid. Huh?
Where are these kids getting the guns?
Exactly. And you know what gets me is Micaiah's biological mother was talking all this mad shit. Oh, she's an innocent child. No, she's not. Not when she got caught on video saying, I'm going to fucking stab the bitch. Really? No. And it shows her. But Micaiah's mom can get her out of foster care, but chooses not to. Then your opinion is invalid, and that's all there is to it. Why she's in foster care is a whole other, well, she wasn't raised right. She didn't have enough, she doesn't know how to handle. No, it's called take responsibility for your actions. These people are, here's the thing. If children are too young to commit a crime and get put in adult prison when they turn 18, then they're not fucking old enough to say, I'm 5 years old and I think I'm transgender or I'm gay. And no, then you're not responsible for that either. You see, it's not one or the other. You know, I'm sorry, but I think if a 10-year-old, 13-year-old, or whatever, I think they should go to juvie until they hit 18. Just say they're 10 years old, they got 20 years, right? They go to juvie till they're 18. They get out and they go to adult prison for the other 12 years of their sentence. There's none of that shit when they're like.
I thought in a situation like that, depending on the crime, I thought they get reevaluated when they turn 18 and then decide whether they get released or put into a prison.
True, but most of the time they don't. They don't do it at all.
I look at my granddaughter who's 14, and then I hear these stories. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot imagine that someone like her age doing that.
Hold on, let me look it up. I'm gonna look up commit a felon. No, not a felony. Felony.
But then again,
okay,
I was smoking and drinking when I was 12, and then I looked at Adriana and I was like, oh, man, I was a dumbass.
Wow. Minors can be placed in a juvenile facility or placed under the custody of their parents or guardians. If they commit a serious felony, he is going to be tried in court, and then he'll be entitled to bail. Fuck that. Why do you think we have career criminals?
Nope, kids like
Bullshit.
that, I think they should go into military school. Boot camp.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's all about family bullshit. I'm sorry. If you got a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, whatever, who commits a heinous crime, like some of these other kids, they kill their parents, they kill their brother or sister, they kill a friend, whatever, and they're like, well, they didn't know any better. Bullshit. A 13-year, I'm sorry. They're either and now they're saying, well, I don't know about now, but I know they did a few years back, that they're saying that a child cannot be diagnosed as psychotic.
Oh, they can be.
Their brain, hold on,
I don't know about them diagnosing, but I've seen some pretty disturbed children.
Oh, here it is, as a sociopath. There's no such thing as a child sociopath because a child or adolescent can't be diagnosed as one. He or she is too young and his personality hasn't matured sufficiently to be diagnosed with an antisocial personality disorder.
I'm
That's
not buying it.
Right there. That's the argument.
I don't buy it.
If they can't be diagnosed as a sociopath because their personality hasn't matured sufficiently, then a child does not know if they're a boy or a girl. They can't say, I want to be the opposite sex if they're 8 years old.
No.
They're not. Exactly. That's my argument right there. And I'm going to save that article. And as soon as I come off of my prison sentence,
what'd you get thrown in for this time?
Huh?
What'd you get thrown in for this time?
Because somebody had put a post up of they're proving all of these crimes that's been committed by Hillary and Bill and Obama's, the Bidens, all of these people. They've already been saying that Obama ran a pedophile ring out of the White House and they got proof. Why haven't handcuffs been put on these people? And I said, screw handcuffs. People who commit high treason or high crimes should be executed. And I got put in for inciting violence.
Oh, wow.
That's not inciting violence. Like I told Bobby and them. No, I didn't. I did not say I was going to do it, and I didn't tell anybody else to do it. I said, and it is a fact, it's in the Constitution. If you are found guilty of high crimes or treason, crimes against humanity, you are to be executed. It's in the Constitution. Right. Sorry. That's voicing my First Amendment right. But I disagreed with it, and they're like, okay, 30 days still. Fuck you. And I think I'm going to find a way to email Facebook and let them know. That's a violation of my First Amendment right.
Right.
I got 30 days because I put Trump's picture up after the election. Yeah, I did. I got I mean, it's ridiculous. I just, some of the shit. Did you see the video that was in the group on our chat room about that doctor that was talking about the vaccine?
Where he was describing it as a football game?
Oh, I don't know. Was there other people on
there? We had a bunch of X's on there and O's and.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the whole video. I had to go to the bathroom, so I didn't watch the whole thing. Man, if they're, I'm telling you, and people are like, follow the science. Yeah, okay, fine. We got top virologists that are telling people not to get it.
Right.
And now they're talking about the shedding, and I don't think you can shed the virus after 2 weeks after getting the vaccine.
No.
It's like it has to be. But here's the thing: you don't know when someone got a vaccine.
I know.
So,
that's the scary part, and I found out my neighbor got one, and a couple of people that I know, a couple other people I know got it. So I don't feel safe being around the vaccinated people.
I know. I hate the fact that so much shit has changed with us, and now we don't have a chaplain and all this. I don't know how religious you are and stuff, but in the end days, when it talks about everyone's going to be deceived and stuff, honestly, and it talks about the mark and all that, it's not the vaccine. Like we've been saying, that you could show everybody proof of everything and they won't believe you. I really honestly think that this has something to do with that people are going to be deceived.
The ones that got the shot and find out they're going to be a goner, they are deceived.
How can you
what they're saying?
Yeah, it's like no matter what you say, but it's like Stockholm Syndrome and things like that, and it's repetitive. And the more you tell someone something, and I get that, the whole thing, but it's, wow. I can't fathom that people are so, I don't want to say closed-minded. Well, maybe that is what it is, but they're just not happy with it. I don't know what, that's like convincing an atheist about the Bible, and you could show them, we could have proof of every single thing in the Bible is true, and an atheist is still going to say, I don't believe it. I didn't see it, so I don't believe it. So I think it's along the same lines. You know, I really do. I think it's like, wow. Did you see the post I put in? I put on Facebook the other day, well, before I got condemned to jail. I dreamt that Russia invaded America. This is how real the dream was. I swear to God.
I just started reading it. I didn't get a chance to finish it.
Oh, okay. I swear to God, the dream was so real. It scared the shit out of me when I woke up.
I don't remember dreams.
Yeah, Russia invaded America, decimated our military. All that was left was veterans and patriots. You know, anybody that wanted to fight for our freedom. And the thing was, okay, I know some points of the dream kind of a little weird. Everyone, and I think it was helicopters. I'm not really 100% sure, but because there's no such thing as a 2-story helicopter. But but
well, you might have something there. A new invention.
I know a 2-story helicopter. No, but whatever it was like the Russians were flying overhead and they were trying to fly below the radar, and that's why I thought it was helicopters. Can't be a plane because you can't hover. So the Russians were like shooting down. I mean, it's like, you know, like in the old World War II planes where the 2 rows of bullets would come when they shoot the ground. It was doing the same thing, and it was trying to shoot everybody, not just helicopters, and people were trying to escape. So our new president was a Chinese leader who was brought over, and the name was President Fung, Phung. Yeah, I'm telling you how real that shit was. And I woke up, and I could see. It's like I could see myself. It's like what you call them, the first person gameplay. You know, the games you play, first person games where you could actually see the hands, like you're shooting the game, like Call of Duty. It was like
right.
That. I was getting my gun, my ammo, and all of that stuff. And I guess it was either the Chinese or the Russians were coming around, and we were trying to hide below a wall, like those the K rails that you see on the highway, those things. And we're trying to hide behind them. And I'm telling you, it was like having to shoot them, and it was like, wow. That's why I think that a lot of the shit that's going on, what you call it?
Dreams means something. You know, I used to have this reoccurring dream that I would be killed by a bear, and it would be a different scenario every time I had this dream. And then I found out this one Indian friend of mine was a dream reader, and I told him about it, and he told me, well, that's not necessarily that you're dying from a bear attack, but it probably means you're going to die a violent death. And then I got rid of that psycho asshole that used to beat me up, and my dreams stopped. I've never had another one.
Yeah, and see, here's the weird thing.
I've been having that same dream since I was a little girl.
Remember, I'm trying to think, when Lebanon, when the building got blown up? From the Tannerite? Well, no. A couple days before, I had dreamt that a building, and there's lots of buildings that were getting blown up. And it was 2 days later, that happened. And then there was something else that happened. That's what I kind of, sometimes I get a little freaked out about it. Huh?
And deja vu. Kind of like a deja vu thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, a little bit like I've dreamt of tsunamis and floods lately. And I haven't been watching anything on TV about tsunamis, floods, or hurricanes or anything like that. Because sometimes before you go to bed, what you watch on TV, what you've read, or what you see can put an imprint on your brain, and you could possibly dream about it.
Right.
But not a whole, you only dream 7 minutes at night, and that's it. And you can think you've dreamt all night long.
My bear attack dreams seem like they lasted all night.
That's what I'm saying. It's the point of the sleep you're in. Now, and this is what someone told me who interpreted a dream of mine. I dreamt I was always chasing a kite, and I kept losing it. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? They're like, because you're trying to chase something, and you have a lot of chaos, and you're trying to chase after a dream or whatever it was, and that's what it could possibly be. I mean,
right.
Sometimes it's like I'm trying to think of what it was. if there's something happening, it could mean like you've lost control of your life. You have no control. But some of my dreams lately, I know some of them make absolutely no sense whatsoever. None. And then there are some that if you piece them all together, it's like, holy crap.
The last dream I remember having was of a big-ass spider about the size of my bedroom chasing me around. It was huge, big, long fangs and everything.
I have, it's like the one, I was dreaming about something, and it was like a trivia. And if you get the wrong answer, if something bad happens. Unfortunately, the moment I got the answer wrong, I stopped breathing. And I do one of those where you catch your breath.
Yep.
And it scared the crap out of me, and I woke up. And I'm like, damn. It's one of those. And also, I don't know if you've ever done this. Have you ever gone to sleep, had a dream, it freaked you out, you woke up, and go back to sleep and pick up where your dream left off?
Yes, I have done that. My bear dreams. My bear dreams. That's the only dreams I ever remember having is bear dreams and that one spider attack guy.
For some reason, I've got with like I said, the floods, the tsunamis, tornadoes, and I don't know if that's a sign of things to come or I'm going to drown. I don't know. But
it could be destruction. It could be just a destructive. Well, both of them are very destructive, so it could be something destructive coming too. Doesn't necessarily have to be a hurricane or anything. It just could be just plain old destruction.
Yeah. See, and I just found this website. It says dreams are our unconscious minds trying to communicate our issues, fears, and worries that need to be addressed. So sometimes, yes, that's what it is. But I don't know what kind of fear or worry a flood is, or tornadoes. Yours being attacked by a bear, I could see that. That, yes, I could see. You don't want to do you ever die?
Oh, every time. Every time I died.
Do you really?
Yep. Every single time I died.
Yeah, they got this one that says losing your teeth in your dream. I've had that one. It says that type of dream is often interpreted as a death announcement. Like losing, loss of vitality, energy, or a vulnerability. Driving a car, flying in an airplane. I got a couple minutes to do these. Dreaming of pregnancy or childbirth. Spiders. Did you not say about spiders?
Yes.
Fear of and provoked anxiety by spiders most often reveals the fear of an authoritative figure that someone perceives as destructive, who comes from a mother who's too invasive, who acts as a large authority in life. Dreams about spiders can also highlight a relationship that's overwhelming, heavy anxiety-provoking with its hierarchy or dark thoughts that pass through our mind at the moment of dreaming.
Huh. That explains a lot. That was my ex-boyfriend was very overwhelming. He should have been a she. Seriously.
But yeah,
he constantly would look at himself in the mirror to make sure his hair wasn't out of place.
Oh, God.
I'm not kidding one bit.
You said you had a hair out of place?
No, we decided to swap over. I was telling her about the dream I had that was so realistic. We were talking about different dreams and what they mean.
All I heard was out of place, so I figured Lorna, she was dyeing her hair, so I figured she had a hair out of place.
No, we're talking about my ex-boyfriend. And I said he should have been a she because he would sit there and in any mirror he'd come across, you'd have to stop and fix his hair and check himself out. I said he should have been a she.
I picture Weathers being that way.
Yeah.
Hair on top. He can't fix his hair.
All right, we got 3 minutes. I'm
Go
sorry
ahead.
it took up. I'm sorry I wasn't there for the past 10 minutes.
We were ripping on you. That's all right.
Trying to run two different things at once. It's not working. But
that's because you're not a woman. You can't multitask.
Hey, I can multitask. It's just it pisses a lot of people off.
What are we doing Saturday's show on? Survival or something else?
We could do it on whatever you want to. I think I might have to sign us on, and I might have to be quiet.
Are you driving home?
Yes and no. I can't tell you no more than that.
Well, fine. I really don't care.
No. It's nothing like that.
I might be breaking in my new toilet.
Well,
I plan on bar. I plan on bar hopping. Go ahead.
I'll put it to you this way. I will personally PM both of you after we sign off.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, go ahead. Do your thing.
But I really appreciate, as always, Kim, you always put on a good show. You always got my back, and I appreciate that.
No problem.
And Lorna, thank you so much for always being there with us.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
And I'd like to say good night to everybody. And God bless America, our kids, our troops, first responders, our veterans, and the Defenders VII. Good night, ladies.
Good night.